To learn more about earning college credits with Study Hall, visit gostudyhall.com or click the link in the description. Right now, data is everywhere, from sales figures to selfies, and we're communicating with each other faster and more efficiently than ever. Whether it's your local grocery store or a multinational corporation, information and the devices that help us manage it make businesses and the people in them more productive. It's one of the key drivers of the American economy, or so I'm told. On top of that, huge parts of our personal lives are now mixed up in the digital world and computers, from smartphones to smart fridges. Together, the transformative infrastructure setting the drumbeat of modern life is what we call information technology, or IT. IT involves networks of computers that help us make complex decisions, communicate, discover, and play. But they don't just pop up on their own. These systems of hardware and software take innovation, strategy, and technical know-how to build and maintain, which is why gaining the skills to use them opens plenty of doors to future opportunities. Hi, I'm Sabrina Cruz, and welcome to Fast Guides, a study hall series that explores different college majors. Now, let's take a look at information technology degrees. Information technology connects the world of computers, like servers and software packages, to, well, anyone who uses information, including the world of business, so things like sales strategies and operational efficiency. In general, IT involves using technology to help meet the needs of organizations so they can perform more effectively. As we mentioned, computers and IT infrastructure have radically changed workplaces in the last half a century, performing lots of tasks. Generally speaking, wherever computers play a significant role, there's also a role for an IT professional, since implementing and maintaining technology comes with plenty of challenges. As an IT professional, you might upgrade a company's databases one week and come up with cybersecurity strategies the next. You might also find connections between these areas and put pieces together, like, say, encrypting that database from last week so the data is safe against cyber attacks. That might sound complicated, but at its core, a degree focused on IT involves understanding how computers help businesses work more efficiently and stay ahead of the game in their field. And we're talking about a lot of businesses here. Plenty of companies rely on IT to support their core business, which means the number of jobs in IT has continued to grow. Better still, many of these kinds of jobs offer opportunities for development, taking on new challenges, and yes, pretty decent pay too. If that sounds appealing, a college degree in IT might be the right starting point for your career. It's also worth knowing that if you have other interests, or if you want to focus on a particular aspect of IT, there are majors that can accommodate both. For instance, you could pursue a degree in information systems, which is closely related to IT, but leans more towards the business side of things. You would learn about business operations and the people who perform them, and study topics like business law and business system analysis. IT topics might also be part of a computer science program or a combined IT and business major, which, much like information systems, would include business-focused topics, but take a more top-down view of how to run a business. On the other hand, you might want to specialize in a certain IT niche, in which case a specific major in something like cybersecurity can give you a base of IT skills with more in-depth knowledge of that particular area. All the same, there are some core topics that all IT professionals, whether broad or specialized, are likely to encounter in a degree program, although the courses might have different names depending on where you're studying. To start, you'll get familiar with platforms and infrastructure, which are the basic building blocks of a computer system. These include deep dives into fundamental components of hardware and software, like servers and operating systems, and the roles they play. You'll also have courses that prepare you for software development, which looks at how to create applications, computer programs, and even websites that people in the business or its customers might use. This is likely where you will be introduced to some basic programming and scripting, two tools that will get computers to do work for us and come in handy in virtually all areas of IT. To put all of these different pieces together, you need to learn about networks and systems. These courses give you the technical and conceptual knowledge to create and manage a whole bunch of computers linked together, which come with a whole new set of problems and opportunities for the businesses that use them. That subject also includes connecting systems to the glorious World Wide Web you're probably using to watch this video. But as important as the internet is for much of what we do, exposing a business's digital infrastructure to a massive network outside of its control is a massive security issue. So, most IT degrees also include courses on cybersecurity, which teach you how to work with things like antiviruses and firewalls, but also how to make sure the people using IT in an organization work safely. Finally, like we mentioned earlier, data, databases, and information management are critical ways that businesses use IT. So, it's common to have specific courses dedicated to how IT systems store, transfer, and use data. IT degrees may also include some data analysis, which helps IT professionals understand and monitor the systems they're working in. We're only scratching the surface here. The typical 4-year degree that includes information technology will also have a world of electives to choose from, like robotics and machine learning. But your courses probably won't be all about technology either. Since IT skills are pretty analytical and quantitative, it's likely you'll have to take some courses in math and statistics, though the exact requirements depend on the school. They'll give you the tools you need, like algebra and logic, to unpack complex systems. And there's more to an IT degree than just theory. It's a practical discipline, so IT degrees often involve a hands-on project of some kind as part of the major requirements. You might design a database for a specialized business need, or come up with a cybersecurity strategy for a nonprofit, or create a sales app for an online marketplace. It's also pretty common to take your budding IT skills out into an existing business as part of an internship, to pick up some real-world career experience. In a nutshell, IT is about solving problems by applying computing knowledge. Those problems will change, but with the skills from your degree, you'll work collaboratively to solve them. While all of us are likely to need, use, and work with computers at some point in our careers, there are some signs that an IT degree might be especially good for you. The most straightforward is being computer savvy and enjoying working with computers. Do you click with them, like tinkering with them and learning about how they work? Do you also have strong math skills? Those are some strong hints that you could enjoy an IT degree. More generally, IT is a technical field. There are lots of details, intricacies, and concepts, so having a mindset geared towards getting into the weeds of a topic would be a strong asset in IT. But paying attention to the way you like to learn and your work style might help you figure out whether IT is a good fit. If you approach things in an analytical, practical way and like well-defined goals with clear deadlines, IT might be up your street. Problem solving, critical thinking, curiosity, and creativity all play a role in becoming a competent IT professional, since no two problems will be exactly the same. Finally, an underrated quality for IT is communication skills. Can you speak and write about the things you're doing persuasively and clearly? All the technical knowledge in the world might not help you if you can't convince the business that you are doing things in their best interest. You might not have all of these skills right off the bat, and of course, an IT degree program is also an opportunity to develop these skills if you're eager to do so. People in this field should be detail-oriented and curious about the technical stuff, so if you tend to skim over instruction manuals and don't care much about how computers work, maybe give IT a pass. Also, IT is a constantly evolving field where you'll be continually picking up new skills and learning about new technologies as they enter workplaces. Often, that might mean a really quick schedule with a steep learning curve, which involves throwing yourself wholeheartedly into a new topic. That can be great if you enjoy that kind of thing, but if you prefer a slow, considered approach to learning, the kind where calculus works the same way today as it did in textbooks decades ago, the evolving nature of IT might not appeal to you. And if you want personal expression, artistry, and relationship building to be a part of your job, while there's certainly space for those things in an IT career, they probably won't take center stage. That said, if you like the sound of an IT degree, it's no surprise, given that it's basically designed to address business needs, that there are a ton of job opportunities in industry, government, and even places like schools and hospitals, with demand continuing to grow. The median salary for an IT major is $67,000 as of 2022, though that number varies from something like $30,000 to over $90,000 as you go from entry level to senior. And in the broader computer industry, median salaries are closer to the ballpark of $100,000, depending on where you choose to go and the skills you're willing to pick up. But salary ranges change based on time, experience level, and location. As a quick heads up, the salaries we'll be discussing are all from 2021. For instance, web developers who create and maintain websites earn a median of $77,000. These are roles where some graphic design skills can also come in handy. Another route for an IT major is software development, which involves creating, analyzing, and testing computer programs and applications for different organizations. Developers earn earned a median salary of $121,000. Data analysts, meanwhile, take data and turn it into understandable and usable insights for a business. It's another option for IT grads, with analysts earning an average of about $62,000. There are also some destinations for those who like the challenge of working with computer systems as a whole. Like, for instance, computer systems analysts who continually work to improve the overall computing infrastructure by working out which parts to upgrade, install, test, and replace. They earned a median salary of $99,000. Then there's all the activity taking place on those systems. If you're interested in managing the communications networks in an organization, from servers to mobile data transmission, a network administrator role would be a great option, with median salaries of $80,000. Finally, if you're intrigued by the world of cybersecurity and defending a business's assets, information security engineer could be the right role for you. They study networks and computer systems for vulnerabilities to patch up with security measures like firewalls and data encryption, and flag when there's been a potential data breach or attack. Their median salaries are about $103,000. All in all, there are plenty of opportunities that an IT major has following graduation. With a solid grasp of hardware, software, networks, data, and security under your belt, you're equipped to tackle many of the challenges and new developments underpinning the modern economy. If you want to investigate more degrees before you choose a major, check out our other videos in this playlist. To find out how to earn college credits with Study Hall, go to gostudyhall.com or click on the link here or in the description. And if you want to help us out, give this video a like and comment to let us know how you chose your degree or what you wish you'd known before you started your degree. Thanks for watching.